census. Sending illiterate people back to their ancestral home would have been impossible, and if done, would have turned the Roman Empire upside down. At the very least, it would have been recorded.
Yet it is also true that these census-taking were long, multi-stage affairs. Why would Luke reports not have been a stage where people who would go to Jerusalem and environs would be counted? The folks who did not get counted in that area would be called up during another time.
Cyrenius is also known as Quirinius. The names are interchangeable. While Quirinius was governor of Syria, he did conduct a census, but it was in the year 6 to 7 AD, and it wasn't the whole empire. It was just a local Judea census. But to further complicate things, Matthew said that all of this happened in the days of Herod. Herod was king until he died in 4 BC. So Herod had been dead 10 to 11 years before the census of Quirinius was conducted.
Augustus got organized to take this census. This census took place somewhere between 6 and 4 BC, or at least the beginning mechanizations of it. But it wasn't actually executed until we got to Quirinius. In other words, he's the one who took the data, put it together, presented it for Rome, and Rome actually began to make use of it for taxation under Quirinius. So this is a long process. I like to make the analogy of when they build a major freeway in a city. Sometimes it takes a while between the planning of the freeway and the actual building of the freeway and the completion of the freeway. There's a freeway here in Dallas, Central Expressway, was 30 years from the planning to the completion of the exercise. And so my own take is that this census became associated with Quirinius because he's the one who completed it, but he wasn't the one who was responsible for starting it.
When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they
Matthew does not actually say they followed the star.
Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star in the east and have come to worship him.
Rather, its appearance initiated their journey. The star did not lead the Magi to Jerusalem in any direct sense. Nor did they need its guidance for the final leg of their journey, as Bethlehem is only 6 miles from Jerusalem.
Anyone with scientific knowledge will also object to a star somehow pointing out the location of a house. It's a cute story, but it's impossible.
After hearing the king, they went their way, and the star which they had seen in the east went on before them, until it came and stood over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy.
The fact that we are told it went ahead of them at this point would imply that it was towards the south and consequently remained in view, as they set out from Jerusalem. Contrary to the myth, we are not told that the star identified the house where the child was to be found, only that it came to rest over the place, or the sky over that region. Because of the rotation of the earth, anything in the night sky appears to move westward as the night progresses, except for Polaris and the relatively few stars north of it. And as people travel, the stars do seem to move with them or before them, stopping when they stop. So, when it reached a zenith in the skies over Bethlehem, the gleaming blue-white star of Christmas would indeed have seemed to stop for the Magi, as they reached their destination. They went to Bethlehem, because of the Micah prophecy. Not the guidance of the star,